Hi guys, it's Coach Hannah. I bet you guys are missing gymnastics. I know I am for sure. So we're gonna give you a little bit of like a 20-minute gymnastics class. It's gonna be a quick warm-up, some stretching, some gymnastics, and we'll even do some strength at the end. It's gonna be super fun. Let's get started. We're first gonna start with our warm-up. We're gonna do some high knees. So make sure when we do our high knees, we get them all the way up. None of this doesn't work you quite as hard. Make sure you get your knees all the way up. Good. If you need to put your hands here to kind of think about it more, then feel free to do so. Good. Our next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our booty kickers. So we're going to kick those legs behind us. Make sure they're getting all the way up. None of this. That's kind of cheating, so get them all the way up there. Good. We're going to move into some jumping jacks. Make sure when we do these jumping jacks, our arms get all the way above our head and all the way back down. Good, let's stretch out those arms. Let's do some arm circles backwards. Make sure when you do these arm circles, they get all the way above your head. None of this doesn't work them out quite as well. Good, and stop them here. Let's go forward. And arms out to the side. Swing them side to side. If you want to, you can add a little bit of a kick. It'll add a little bit of an extra stretch to that lower back. Good. All right, let's go down on the ground. Start stretching. First, we're going to do our pike. Stick those legs out in front of you, point those toes, squeeze them together, and reach as far as you can. I'd much rather you reach not quite as far, but your legs be flat on the ground and then be popping up, and you reaching all the way to those toes. All right, grab your toes, try and pull them towards you a little bit. Stretch the back of those calves. Good. All right, we're gonna do our straddle. Make sure our knees are pointing up towards the ceiling and our toes are super pointed. Let's reach up to the sky, tuck one arm under, and reach over to one side. Good, and reach up to the sky again, tuck your other arm under, and go to the side. This one, it's really important to make sure those knees are facing up. You don't want them to roll in as your body is moving. Good, and up, and to the middle. Good, all right, let's bring our feet together and make our butterfly. Try and bring those legs in as close as you can and push your knees down as far as it feels comfortable. Good, and let's spread those toes out. Try and put your nose to your toes. Good, and go up on your wrists. And I want you to take your wrist, flip them so your fingertips are facing your knees. I want you to rock back and forth. Good, and flip them over so you're now resting on the top of your hands. And go side to side and rock back and forth. Good, and clasp those hands. Make a noodle with your arms. And make a fist. And roll it out. And then take those wrists and shake them out. Good. All right, we're gonna roll out our ankles. So cross one leg over the other and roll it out. Make sure the leg that is on the ground, their toe is super, super pointed. Good. And make sure you are using your hands. You can roll it out without your hands, but it doesn't really stretch it quite as well. Good, and switch your legs. Good, and put one arm out, across your body. For this one, it's really important that you keep this arm as close to your chin as possible. You don't want it to drop down here because that won't give you any stretch. Good, and switch arms. And put one arm behind your back, grab your elbow, pull it a little bit, and switch arms. Good, now we're gonna do our seal stretch. So hands here, put your feet out behind you, try and push your stomach to the ground, and reach your chin up to the ceiling. When you do this, make sure those feet are squeezed together. Good, now we're gonna do our cat stretch. So take your booty up in the air and push your elbows down toward the ground. Super good. All right, we're gonna go into our splits. When we do this, make sure we're in our lunge and we're pushing our hips forward. If we're just sitting here like this, we're not giving ourselves a stretch. So make sure we push forward, but we don't want that knee to go over your toe. Good, and you're gonna straighten your front leg, but you put your nose to your knee. And slide into your splits. Make sure that back knee is underneath so you can't see it. Your toes are super pointed and your hand is on one side of your leg. Good, if you need an extra little challenge, put those arms out to the side or up by your ears. And go into your other leg lunge. Put that knee out, push it forward. Make sure your knee is not going over your toe. And straighten that front leg, put your nose to your knee. And slide into your splits. Once again, make sure that knee is rolled under, your toes are pointed, your hands are on either side of your leg. But if you do need that challenge, put your arms here or here. Super good. We're gonna go into those middle splits. Remember, your middle splits are not just your straddle and you're reaching forward. You are up on those elbows doing your active splits with that stretch. So I want you to go here, lower yourself onto your elbows and hold. Good, and come out of it. First thing we're gonna start with today is our bridges. We're really focusing on that right shape where we're pushing our shoulders over our arms in that bridge, straightening those legs if we can, and kicking over if we can as well. For me, it might be a little difficult because I'm on carpet. That might be the same for you. So you might want to move on to like hardwood floor, or if you have a yoga mat, kind of like I have, that'll help you stay more stable. So I'm gonna set this out. Make sure when we do those bridges, the first one, we're only gonna do two. First one, I want you to just try and hold it for as long as we can. Second one, we're gonna try and get those legs straight and kick over. So I'm gonna lay down, arms behind those ears, bridge up, push your shoulders, straighten those legs, and look at your hands. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna come down, rock and roll. Good. For this next one, we're going to try and kick out of it. Make sure when we're kicking out of it, our legs are super straight as long as our toes are super pointed. When we kick out of it, we want to force our shoulders over our hands so we have less to do with the rest of our body. So I want you to bridge up, push, straighten those legs if you can, and then come out of it and kick over. Like that. Okay, our next thing we're going to work on is our handstands. As you guys should know, our handstands always start in our lunge. So we start that front leg bent, our back leg straight, our arms are up by those ears. I want you guys to do 3 TikToks. Remember, those are where you come here, pop that leg up, kick your toe up, come down, back into that lunge. So let's do 3 of those together. Good, so when we do our actual handstands, I want you guys to think about this back leg is flicking off of the ground. That'll give you that good push all the way into that handstand. So let's do 3 super, super tight handstands, both starting and finishing in that lunge. Super good. Okay, now we're gonna move on to those cartwheels. And I want you guys to focus on keeping super, super tight in our tummies so we can move those into round-offs. Remember, those cartwheels, just like our handstands, start in our lunge. So our knees bent, our leg is straight, arms up by those ears. We lever to the side, and we finish in that lunge. All right, let's do 2 more. So start in that lunge, arms are by your ears, lever, finish in that lunge. Let's do 1 more. Knee is bent, arms are up, lunge, and finish. Good. Now, I'm not gonna do it because I might hit the ceiling, but I want you guys to try 3 round-offs. Remember, when we do our round-offs, it's just like our cartwheel, but we're gonna use our shoulders to block off the ground and land with 2 feet. When we land our round-offs, remember, we don't wanna land them like this or like this. We wanna land them super tight, squeezed in our hips, arms up, super tight in our tummies. So I want you guys to try 3 of those now. Make sure when you do those as well, when you swing those arms up to those ears, you're squeezing them super hard to those ears, and they're not a little bit farther down. That will help translate when we do like round off back handsprings and bigger skills when they're running into those round offs. Super good. So now we're gonna work on our turns. So first thing we're gonna work on is I want you to think about your good leg, and you're gonna put it out in front, back leg is straight, kind of like our lunge that we did earlier. Then the same leg that is bent, you're gonna bend that same arm and put the other one out in the air. When you do this, you then bring your back foot into either coupe or passe. I prefer mine in coupe, but whatever feels more comfortable for you. And you're gonna close your circle with your arms, and I want you to just do a 4th turn. So you're gonna go here and turn only to here. And from here, you're gonna go around, around, and back to the center. And then you step out and finish. So let's do that all together. Remember that front leg is bent, which is your good leg. Your bad leg is behind you, straightened. Your good arm is bent in front. Your bad arm is out to the side. You bring your back leg either into coupe or passe. You're gonna close your arm and make a circle and turn 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, step out, finish. Good, we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging, and we're gonna do 2 half turns this time. So we're gonna put that good leg in front, bend those arms, put your foot where you want it, close your circle, turn half, half, step out, finish. Good, let's try that one more time. So bend that front leg, straighten that back leg, bend your arms, put your leg where you want it, close your circle, half twist, step, finish. Good. Now that we've done that, we're gonna try 2 full turns. So you gotta go all the way around. So this one is really important to keep that tummy tight. So leg out, get those arms ready, put your leg in place, and close the circle. Good. Something that we haven't been doing on the last 2, but will help you get around, is instead of here pausing and then turning, as you'll start from here and you'll use this arm as your momentum. So you'll close it as you turn. What you don't want to do is you don't want to wind yourself up and go like this. You'll never be able to stop yourself. So you want to just put it here and just close and close when you turn. So let's try 2 more of those. So get your body ready, foot where you want it, and turn. Step, finish. Good, let's do 1 more. Just like that. All right. Your next thing we're gonna work on is I'm gonna pull out my beam that I have, but if you don't have a beam, you can find like a plank of wood on your wood floor, you can mark a line in your carpet, you can block it off like stuffed animals or books or something, just something to kind of make it a distinctive line. So first thing we're gonna do, I just want you guys to do a quick warm-up on the beam. First thing we're gonna do is 10 leg swings on each side. Your arms are either at your hips or out to the side. You're just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we're gonna do our other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Our next thing we're going to do is a needle kick. So this is the first part of your handstand, right after you come out of that lever. So we're going to go into our lunge, and then you're going to grab the beam, and I want you to do 5 lever needle kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Once you've done that, you're going to switch your legs. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do 5 levers. So it's just like the beginning part of our handstand. We're going to go into that lunge like we've been working, front leg bent, back leg straight, arms are up by those ears. You're just going to go down, touch your beam, come back up. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Just like that. Now that we've practiced that, the beginning part of our handstands, we're going to work on actual handstands. So if you don't feel too comfortable, just do the tick-tock, so where you just bounce that foot off and come back down. If you do feel comfortable, you can try the whole shebang and go all the way up to handstand. Make sure if you do either that front leg and your back leg start in that lunge position, and then come back and finish in this position. So arms up, handstand, come back into that lunge. Try it again. Back to that lunge. If you guys are wanting to, you can also try some of your cartwheels. Once again, I'm not going to try it because I don't want to kick the ceiling. My mom wouldn't be too happy about that. But same thing like we were doing them on the ground. You got to start that lunge. Keep your hips square. This is really important when we're on beam. We like to push our stomach one way or arch our back the other way, then we're going to fall off the beam. So you got to stay super, super tight in the air and get yourself over. So if you want to try a couple of those, go ahead. If you don't feel comfortable, you can keep working on those handstands. And for the last few minutes, we're going to do everybody's favorite. We're just going to do some conditioning. Although it's not our favorite, it is going to help us a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is 10 sit-ups. So make sure when you do our sit-ups, you're going all the way up to your knees. What you don't want to do is grab your head and use your arms to pull yourself up. So kind of make moose hands and go just out to the side. And don't use your hands at all. Good. Okay, we're going to work those legs a little bit. So we're going to stand up. I want to see 10 squats. When we squat, legs are shoulder width apart. Hands either here or here. And you're just going to bend yourself backwards like you're sitting in a chair. I don't want to see this. You got to bring yourself and your chest together. So 10 of those. And the last thing we're going to do is for those arms, we're going to do 7 push-ups. I know nobody likes them, but they're really good for those arms. And that's all I got for you guys. I know it wasn't a whole lot of time, but you guys can go through it as many times as you would like. Do other conditioning. You guys know your gymnastics pretty well, so you can try some other things at home as long as you are safe, looking out for your surroundings, and being smart and safe. I look forward to seeing you guys all in the gym super soon. Bye.